MULATSCHAG.
What's up? We're Polaris from Sydney, Australia. We're here at NOVAROCK 2025.
And you're watching MULATSCHAG TV, the only TV that you fucking need.
MULATSCHAG TV. Yeah, it's
MULATSCHAG.
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 It's Hungarian for a crazy fucked up party.
Crazy fucked up party, let's go.
How do you say it again?
MULATSCHAG.
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 Yeah.
MULATSCHAG.
So,
MULATSCHAG.
MULATSCHAG, yeah, exactly.
Close enough. That's close enough.
That's close enough. Okay, hi guys.
Hello.
You are a long way from home. Just a little bit. How has tour been going so far?
Tour has been pretty damn epic. These are up there with the best shows I think we've ever put on and played, I think. Yeah, it's been quite an experience so far.
I think we've said, like, this is the biggest crowd we've ever... I think we've said the words, like, this is the biggest crowd we've ever played to, like, 5 times this week. And it's been true every time. Like, even a couple of days ago, we were like, there's no way it can get better than Rock in Park. That might be the best show of my entire life. I don't know. And then 3 days later, we were in Czech yesterday, and it was just as good. And it was...
Yeah, I think that's my favorite show we've ever played.
Yeah, like I said, we say this every day.
Yeah.
It's been I think this is just one of the most exciting runs we've had. This is our 3rd European summer, but it just keeps getting better. But I don't think we anticipated just how cool this one would be. These opportunities are awesome. Like for kids from Australia, like you don't get to, like playing main stage at a festival over here is just, it's still, after this much time, just like blows our minds. So we're very psyched.
Yeah. And you're excited for the show today? Are you ready?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, are you pumped?
Hell yeah. No,
Very good.
It's been on, we've seen this festival pop up many times over the years, so to be here today, to be able to, play this festival is going to be really, really cool.
Yeah, NOVAROCK's one of the ones on the list that we're really excited about because we haven't seen this one before. So it's like, we're doing a couple of festivals we've been to before, and that's always cool, you know what to expect, and some of them we've been really excited to return to, but I think it's the new ones that we've been even more exciting. So people have been telling me a lot about NOVAROCK, so.
Yeah, no, I think NOVAROCK is the best festival we have here. It's my favorite. The lineup is great this year. It's very good this year. Yeah. I'm actually very excited that you guys are here because last time you were in Vienna, I missed the show. You were support for Beartooth.
Yes.
Yeah, last October I think with Landmarks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Landmarks is here too now. And me too. And I missed the show and I was so sad. But
They're not here today, are they?
I think Landmarks, yeah, on Saturday.
I think we found out we just miss seeing them by like a day for the whole month. Like we keep missing each other, which is a real shame because we love those guys. So shout out Landmarks.
You're touring this summer in Europe. What's the worst thing about touring life? What do you hate about tour buses and all of that?
I've got a very easy answer for that. The urgent need to find a bathroom as soon as you wake up is just a difficult practical reality of touring logistics.
And when you know when you're a bathroom and the reality sets in.
Yeah, it's those simple mundane things. That and having to think ahead to when you're going to get clothes cleaned. And on the summer runs is real difficult. We've been covered in mud and sweat for like days. But these are small complaints.
These small luxuries that we miss out on over here.
And what's the best thing about touring life? Is there something you bring to every gig and every tour?
It's the fans, the shows, hands down. Yeah, it's that feeling that you just can't replace, like being on stage, seeing all these fans looking at you, singing back these lyrics. It's such a awesome experience, such an awesome thing that we get to call our job. Like our passion, our job, our life. Like it's really, really cool.
When you're on stage, it's like every day you kind of have that moment where you go, oh, this is it. This is what we've worked for. Like on those festival stages, I think the reality of it really hits. Because it's different when you're not just playing to your fans. You're getting given an opportunity to showcase yourself and reach new fans, and you really see where your band is at these festivals. And like, just that view,
like trying to prove yourself kind of thing, but like.
Yeah, I mean, but I've had so many moments on stage recently, just these real affirming moments where I've like had that thought pop into my head, like, this is literally like what we've worked for this whole time, and like really make yourself take it in. Don't waste the moment. Don't like absorb it and remember it. I'd say the experience of being on stage. And then also the other thing I love is just like the camaraderie of like this kind of thing. Like we get to see like every day on this, we've run into some of the same people that we've seen the previous day.
So many friends.
You make new friends throughout the festivals, and then you keep seeing them at the other festivals throughout the month. And then also then you'll, every day you'll rock up and see somebody that you haven't seen in years that you didn't know was going to be there. And, maybe it's a crew member working for another band or something like that. Everyone crosses so many social circles over here and stuff, and it's such a it's a huge community, but it's also really like tight knit as well. So like I just think that thing of getting to catch up with old and new friends every couple of days, and like you're just all on this big adventure together. It's so cool, man.
Very nice. And I have heard that you almost missed your own show in Mexico once.
Yes.
What happened there?
All right, so we're gearing up to leave Sydney, and our flight was delayed by like, what was it, like an hour and a half? Because something was going on, and then because of that, we land in Dallas, and we were late for our flight, and they held the gate open as long as they could for us, our touring party, which I think was just the 6, 7 of us, I think. Yeah. And we missed it by like 3 minutes. They took all our gear off the plane, and then we spent the whole day, I think it was like 9 or 10 in the morning, and we spent the whole day going to different terminals around Dallas trying to find anyone from Qantas, which, believe me, there was no one, to try and remedy this situation. And we somehow got put on flights, 2 separate flights. Stan and I were on a separate flight to the other guys. They went straight from Dallas to Mexico. They landed at like 10 o'clock at night. We hopped on a flight from Dallas to Austin, and then we nearly missed our connecting flight there to come to Mexico. We get to Mexico at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Like we ran.
We were sprinting through that airport, like just running, suitcases dragging behind.
Hauling ass, like Mission Impossible Tom Cruise run. Like it was horrible, and we just make the fucking flight, and then we're like, we've just spent another hour and a half flight, and we're still in fucking Texas. We're nowhere near closer to fucking Mexico. Excuse my language, but it sucked. It was a horrible day.
Bring me the horizon is waiting. We have to get there.
We can't miss the show.
It was, and this was like it's an all-time like lifelong special show. To play with Bring Me in Mexico in like a huge outdoor setting, like 30,000 or something people there. We're like, if we miss this show, I will cry like a baby. And we were like, we made it there by some miracle. And by the time we actually got to the hotel, it was almost 1 a.m.
It was 1:15, 20:1. 8 went to sleep. We spent more time flying than we did actually in Mexico. It was insane. Like by the time we were like, because played the show on that day where we landed, and then we left the next morning, and we're like, wow, okay, now we're back for another fucking 20-hour flight back home. Sick. Fantastic.
We were in Mexico for I think a total of like 34 hours. We calculated something silly like that. 36 hours. It was just like.
It was crazy.
But was it worth it? Was the show? Yeah.
Yeah, hands down. Until these shows, it was up there with like the top 2, top 3 best shows we've ever had of our career. It was really, really special. Like it was our first time in Mexico, and to have that opportunity to play in front of, I think it was like 24,000 people for our first time in that country. And the crowd was just like nothing we'd ever seen before. Like every time they're jumping, they're like doing like the soccer chant, hey, and it was just such an electric energy in the crowd. It was really cool.
I've never seen like when they opened the gates at that show, because there was people were queuing up all day, and it's like, and I guess Bring Me fans are intense fans.
Yeah.
They love that stuff, and Mexican music fans in general are so passionate, and so like. And for a band, especially when it's a band that's that huge, but they don't go down that way that often, and so the fans, like most bands, so the fans down there, I think they are just the anticipation that they have around these shows. Like you can tell they've been thinking about this show for like 6 months straight, dreaming about this coming, and when it happens, like when they opened the gates, the way the kids flooded in was just incredible. Like, they're so excited, racing for the barrier. I've never been at a show before where, like, I've never been at a show, let alone played a show before, where there was guys walking through the middle of the mosh with like hot dogs, like selling hot dogs, boxes of popcorn balanced on their heads and shit, and selling it, and like lemonade, like vendors, like you were kind of like you were at a baseball game or something. Like, I was like, this is awesome.
I remember trying to get the crowd to do a wall of death for fleeting. No, and like 'cause I'm at the end of the catwalk, and you know these fans like are at the barrier. They're like there for bring me, and I'm like, yeah, split this crowd in half, and these people in the front row just went. And I was like, oh, I've never been flipped off from people in the crowd before. That was great. And they didn't move. They didn't move at all. I'm like, yep, fair enough. I wouldn't move too if I was at the front row for Bring Me the Horizon.
I waited all day to get this spot. I ran in here. I fought other people, and there's no way I'm opening this pit up right now. But it was like, oh, okay. But it was funny though, because it's not like we were. It's like we were still getting
like a funny thing. It's not like a fuck you. It's like, no,
we were getting such a, you know, again, the reaction was really positive for the set. It was terrific all over. It's not like they would, but it was in that moment, I think if I was you, I would have died a little inside.
I just pissed myself laughing. It was great.
Yeah, I think my favorite.
Sounds amazing.
Right near the end of the set, our guitar tech our monitor tech ran over and handed me like a luchador mask, like a Mexican wrestler's mask that he had in his bag.
Bright blue.
blue luchador mask just before the last song, and I put it on my face, and I looked up, and I guess I didn't realize at the time, but the camera, you know, on the big screens next to the stage, the camera must have apparently had zoomed straight in on my face when I put the mask on, and I just heard the whole crowd go, yeah! That little bit of local pride, it was so many special moments.
That's amazing. I wish I could have been there. That sounds so fun. So do you have a mask here for today, or?
I mean, is there an Austrian wrestling mask? Do we have one of those? No.
Just get a paper bag and puts like 2 holes in it.
I'm not too familiar with the Austrian wrestling tradition, so maybe not. But if there is one, feel free to bring me one.
No, we're not really a big wrestling country, sadly, because it's very fun, I think. But no.
A lot of wrestling rivalry around here too. Once you go over further east, they're good wrestlers, so you gotta be careful.
So
MULATSCHAG!
who is writing the songs in your band?
No, it's not just me at all.
It's a collaborative effort, but it's mainly like Dan, Jake, and Rick.
Yeah, I mean, it depends.
No, I mean, it is a collaborative effort, but like the music more comes from these guys. Like I pick up a guitar here and there. I'm more like sit there watching Rick, and I'll be like, no, do this note here. Like I can play guitar, but like I haven't rehearsed properly in so long. I can't play to the way that they do, so it's easy for me to just watch him writing, and I'm like, no, do this, how about you do this chord, do this note here, no, move this note here, like.
Jamie, I think, is really good at like bringing out cool stuff in Rick as well.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause I think Jamie,
I hear what you're doing, do it this way.
Jamie's got like, it's like, you know, it's at the end of the day, we've all got our own little kind of unique niches to our taste. Like, we all like most of the same stuff, but there is some stuff that Jamie gets really excited about, some stuff that like, and sometimes that lines up really well with, say, like what Rick's writing, and be like, oh, do some kind of like weird noise here, or let's try and get really low, or let's take it up and do something discordant. And I feel like, Jamie's always keen to bring out like the really dirty, heavy stuff in like what Rick's writing, and that works really well. It's an interesting dynamic. Like it's very collaborative, but like I think we've over the years, we've all kind of found our roles and stuff. Jake, for example, is like, I feel like Jake's just overall taste for like chasing something is like a huge asset to the band. Like Jake's not always necessarily writing the actual ideas themselves, but he'll be like helping to shape those into the product. And he's incredibly meticulous. Like no, that one note here needs to change in order to. Me and him are kind of very much like that. Like we will sit there and fine pick. Like, no, if you move this note, it's sadder. It has to be sadder. Yeah, like you move this note, make it angrier. You know what I mean? So but in terms of I guess the major core of like the major bulk of the guitars is usually coming from Rick, and our guitarist Ryan, who passed away 2 years ago, was also a big part in the guitar writing as well, particularly with leads. Also great synth writer, great like production writer as well, like man of many talents he was. We're missing very much. But yeah, so there's always been a very just like, everyone's very involved, but we know who has their strengths, and we play into them. I guess the cool thing is that over time we're also figuring out how to, like, you know, we've all influenced each other as writers. So sometimes when I'm trying to write something, I'm kind of really trying to think what Rick would do here, or what Ryan would have done here. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, riffs coming together usually from Rick and myself with the other guys. Kind of overseeing. I contribute a little bit of guitar, but Rick really makes the bulk of that. He's also terrific with production and layering and stuff. He's become a real wizard with the all the additional sounds that we're incorporating.
Our demos sound ridiculous these days. They sound so good.
That's credit to Rick. He's become quite an engineer, which is awesome. And then I write the majority of the vocal parts and lyrics, and then kind of demo them out together, sometimes by me like screaming the parts, sending it to Jamie and going, okay, do this but better. Or sometimes it can be, I mean, we had some really great moments on that recent writing trip where I had some ideas, and then as soon as I sang them to you, you were like, the note should go here at the end, and it was just like instantly magic, you know, like, so we,
It's really flowing well on this writing trip that we just did.
Yeah, I think that actually the recent trip was probably like, I think we're getting to a really nice collaborative place at the moment where like we're all just really excited and engaged in what we're writing and feeling really attached to it, and that's cool. So
Nice. Okay. What do you think about AI, like artificial intelligence? Would you ever use it in your music? What do you?
I feel like we're bridging on like Terminator kind of shit, so I want to stay as far away as possible from AI, and I know Jake will heavily support that answer too.
I mean, it's one of those things, like, you have to be curious about it, and you have to like look at it and go, what are the applications of this? But I think I can definitely see some negatives to it and some negative consequences to the use of it, and there is definitely a risk that it could severely dilute some of like the creative, like I don't know how to put it, but I think it could have a negative effect in kind of diluting the value of creativity. Yeah. But it's hard to say too, because it is a form of creativity in itself. I think it can be used for good and for evil. Put it that way. I don't think we're, you know, particularly leaning towards starting to use it as much of a writing tool, because I think it would be kind of dishonest. It's like we know how to write.
The soul is missing if AI writes it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think if we use that to try and help create ideas for us, we wouldn't be as excited about them. Yeah. So and it's not to say that we might never make use of these things in small parts as a tool along the way. But all over, I think it's something to be a bit wary of.
Okay, so it won't steal your jobs.
I like it. No, yeah. Until they invent the Robo Drummer 9000, maybe. Yeah.
That's not you?
No. That's Matt Greiner. Shout out to Matt Greiner.
MULATSCHAG.
And you are watching MULATSCHAG, the only TV you need.
The only TV you need.
Yeah, right into this camera.
And stream.
Yeah, and
Do you want?
party energy.
Right. What the hell is up? We are Polaris. We're here at NOVAROCK. Well, what's up? We're Polaris. We're here at NOVAROCK 2025.
You're watching MULATSCHAG TV, the only TV channel you fucking need. I don't know what it was to say.
Do you want to do it in reverse?
What was it? The only TV you need. The only TV you need.
MULATSCHAG, the only TV you need.
MULATSCHAG, the
All right.
only TV you need. MULATSCHAG, the only TV you need.
Okay.
This up so many times.
What's up? Bet. What's up?
What's that?
I need the clap. All right. What's up? We're Polaris from Sydney, Australia. We're here at NOVAROCK 2025.
And you're watching MULATSCHAG TV, the only TV that you fucking need.
Wonderful. Thank you.
So much. I have a little personal question that's kind of you because we're really long.
That's okay.
I'm a little bit starstruck. Could I have a photo with you?
Of course, yeah.
And could I also get my boyfriend? He's right around the corner.
Yeah, that's okay. Of course.
Thank you so much.
No problems. Thank you very much. That was fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was so nice talking to you guys.